It's time for Q&A in the Kitchen. It's a podcast and YouTube series where tattoo artists and piercer talk about some of the more common questions that most people that collect tattoos and piercings and other body art may have. Brought to you in part by Skin Kitchen Tattoo and the Axiom Body Piercing Studio. Well, today we have the usual crew, the full crew, starting with Jimmy St. John of the Skin Kitchen in the tattooing. Jack Lowe to my direct right, your left. Tattoo artist and owner of the Skin Kitchen Tattoo. My name is DaVo. I'm a professional body piercer and the owner and operator of the Axiom. And then, finally, Brent Starr of Skin Kitchen, also a tattoo artist. What we're going to talk about today is communicating with your artist, doing that mind meld, and figuring out how to communicate what you need or what you want from that particular artist.
The best way to transfer the image in your head onto your skin via the tattoo artist.
We are the 3D printer.
It's
and not have it lost in translation.
Yes.
Well, yeah, and that's really kind of the most important thing, is for the artist to be able to fully understand what you want. And some people have a really, really hard time conveying that. And I think partially that comes from they just assume you get it.
Yeah.
The best thing that I like to see is some sort of reference, because if you just say, oh, I want a tiger, on the top of my leg. Okay, well, there's thousands of ways to do that, and in your mind, there's not. There's that tiger you want.
That one that you see in your mind's eye.
Right. So, so the best way usually is through reference material. Look around. We have the ease of, the internet now, and you can look around and find some reference pictures that maybe have the same shape or movement that you're wanting, maybe, has the tail the shape you want it, anything to help us see inside of your brain. Don't assume that, well, I want a rose, I know everybody knows how a rose looks. Well, there's a million different ways to do a rose.
Yeah, you really should have
Brent.
some specifics kind of laid out for your artist if you can. Sometimes the problem is I'll be looking for references on the internet and I don't know what it's called, what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but I know what it looks like. And, sometimes that's the client kind of has that problem too.
Right.
So it's a matter of kind of meeting in the middle of the road of understanding that, finding that right visual thing to show. So like, this is what I want.
Yeah. And maybe sometimes I think they are kind of expecting you or looking to you to kind of guide them, or I assume you're gonna do it the way it's gonna look cool,
Sure.
So but that doesn't mean that we can only do it one way. So it's kind of,
And that's a balancing game too, because you could go your artist and go, hey, this is what I want and I trust you. And they're going to lean towards what they want, but that may not necessarily be what you want. And you need to have that input in the courage is the best way to put it, to go, no. And you need to do it in advance.
And some people like the surprise of it.
Yeah.
They don't care. They'll just say, just do it however you want. Just do what you do.
And I think that's when you're going to get the best
Absolutely.
product, and result.
Sometimes, but I kind of like to have a little bit of an idea, because I'll be happy doing it 10 different ways. I want, and I understand, if you really don't care, you just want a cool rose, whatever, I'm going to think it's, the customer's going to think it's cool because you think it's cool, and it's cool either way, but sometimes it's like, well, I can do it a bunch of ways. I don't have to do it a certain way, so I think it's cool, which can be a little, but really at the end of the day, you just got to get over it and go, well, I'm just going to bang out this fucking cool rose, how it comes out, But yeah, some people are fishy, and it always seems like the people that are the most critical are the worst at explaining what they want.
Yeah.
You know, it can get really, really frustrating. So reference material, absolutely reference material.
Yeah.
And then as an artist, we have to learn to ask the right questions of the client to get them wondering, you know, to get their mind going.
And those the questions change.
Yeah.
From client to client.
Oh, sure.
Everybody has different personalities, different perspectives, different backgrounds.
Yeah, you got to kind of dig in their head a bit and find where that information is. And yeah, every client's going to be they're going to play hide and seek a little different.
And
from
the client standpoint, it's your time to be open with this person.
Yeah.
They're not going to judge you. They want it's collaborative effort. They want the best outcome.
Yeah, just tell me what you want.
Yeah, what you really want.
You know,
and
what you really, really want.
Yeah. And those clients that really don't know, well, we can ask questions because they probably do know, but they just don't know how. They don't know they know. Right. You know, like I'll ask people. I'll ask them. You know, well, how are you seeing this? Are you seeing it kind of, you know, heavy outline, kind of illustrated, like maybe in like a comic book kind of look, or are you seeing it more, you know, in a Dungeons & Dragons manual type of dragon, a little more kind of almost sketched out with, you know, kind of more realistic, not heavy lines, you know, are you seeing this bold color thing, you know, what are you seeing in your head? And that they'll usually have an idea, at least from there. Oh yeah, I don't want it like super, you know, I want it detailed, you know, I want it pretty real looking, I guess. Okay, cool.
Right.
You know,
that narrows it down.
Then that fuzzy vision of that dragon in my head is starting to get clearer. You know, it's getting clearer. So asking those questions, you know, do you want it mean with its head down, like it's getting ready to rip your face off, or do you want him kind of stoic and confident? You know, maybe his chest out, looking all, you know, and get their brain going. Like, yeah, what? I mean, I can do anything I want with this dragon. Yeah, let's. You know, put another dragon's head in his claw, like he just, you know,
and it becomes real fun too.
Yeah, and then that gets them excited about it, and then the more excited they're getting, the more excited I get, you know, because they're gonna have fun with this, you know, and it becomes that collaborative effort. Well, now it's our tattoo. I'm trying to give you the best thing, and I'm here to fill in the blanks that you don't even know you want. You know, from what I ask you, you know,
exactly.
So it does fall onto us as well, but just try to remind yourself that we cannot see in your brain as much as we would love to. You know, it would be great. Just, all right, stick this HDMI, you know where. All right, and we're...
This is in the mouth, this is in the arm, this is in the butt. Wait a minute.
We're pulling, We're just going to pull those images up right out of your brain.
Welcome to Costco, I love you.
So yeah, get some references, people.
Little reference, a good idea of, you know, what you want, what style you want it in. You know, some of those things are they're big helps. You know.
Yeah,
and
totally.
And don't get caught up in this idea of tattoo speak or piercing speak.
Yeah.
There is a slang language that we all have that we use it's just a shorter way to communicate certain objects or styles or whatever. Don't get stuck in that. Just find something you like photo-wise. Bring it in. They're going to go, oh, okay, that's black and gray.
Yeah.
That's really saturated coloring. That's this, that's that. They're going to know that. You don't need to know what that is.
Yeah. That's why reference is so nice, you know, because if they can show me a tattoo that's not even what they want, but how it's done, that's half the battle for me.
Right.
You know, I don't stick really, I have kind of a go-to comfy style, just how every artist, you know, just kind of it comes out naturally, but that doesn't mean that I don't like doing other styles or, you know, taking it and doing it in a way that maybe I don't do all the time. I enjoy that. I don't have to be in a comfy zone to have fun doing it. You know?
A chance for us to grow
as
artists.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes we like doing something that's a little
outside of the wheelhouse.
Yeah, I'd say a lot of times I do, you know. But then again, you know, like I say, I just like to tattoo. It doesn't have to be a certain design. It doesn't have to be a certain place. It doesn't have to be on a certain person. I just love doing it.
Yeah, I just want to do it.
Yeah, and it's funny because some clients are almost more worried that you're gonna like it. Like I'll have well, you know, you just do what, I'm like, don't worry about me.
Yeah,
I want
the
to give
same
you
way.
what you
Yeah,
you
I
just
want you to
tell
have
me.
something that you really want, man.
Dude, I'm going to love doing this dragon with 3 eyes or 2 eyes. It doesn't
Yeah, it
matter.
doesn't
If you
matter.
want a 3-eyed dragon, I'm all about it.
Or one-eyed dragon.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, wait a minute. That's a whole different podcast.
And see, the equivalent I get
After
is
hours.
usually like, oh yeah, I'll show them the mark, and they're like, well, that's where it's supposed to go, isn't it? I'm like, no, is that where you want it to go?
Yeah. Is that where you see it?
Is that where when you imagined this from the beginning? Is this what
where you
wanted?
saw it?
And if it isn't exactly where you saw it, does it look better there?
Mm-hmm.
And if it doesn't to you, then let's move it. Because I
Yeah.
can move it now. You guys can change the design now. It gets really difficult to do that 2-3 weeks from now or
Yeah.
2 months from
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, yeah.
Sorry,
I
Roger,
don't,
you're
I don't
tiger
like
now.
the 2-headed dragon. I want a 1-headed dragon now.
Yeah. It doesn't work that way.
No.
We can put this big rock falling down over here.
Yeah.
Big black
boulder.
rock over that.
Yeah.
There you go.
The old big boulder
He's coming
trick.
out
Bowling ball.
out of the waterfall.
Yeah, we could do this giant mountain over here. Yeah, there's not really room for it, but we'll give it a shot.
What do you think of gorillas? Nice silverback right here.
Yeah.
Right here. How about a bear?
Ooh, a nice big black bear
Yeah.
would work. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Or maybe
those
a
look
nice
pretty cool,
fozzie
actually.
bear.
Or
A
a
fozzie bear.
panther.
Yeah, you don't see Muppet tattoos anymore, do you?
No,
Not
the
very
poor,
often.
the poor Muppets
Uh,
have kind of faded.
Yeah.
Fade it out.
Well,
Yeah,
I guess
it's-
Disney bought them a little too late.
Oh yeah, they bought everything pretty much that has to do with entertainment lately. I think.
Yeah, they own everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was
Except
their-
us. But
They
I'm
don't
sure
own
that'll
us.
change at some point.
Well, they do own. Walt Disney. They have Hart and Huntington. They have a tattoo shop.
No, that's Universal.
Oh, that's not. Oh, that's different.
Yeah, it's your,
Yeah, it's Universal.
I always clump those together in my head for some reason.
Because they're both in Orlando.
That must be.
yeah.
And then, they're
They're really fun places to go.
Yeah, they are.
Never been.
Ooh, we should go down and do a podcast.
There
Lots
we
of
go.
people.
Yeah.
Lots of sticky fingers.
Buy lots of merch, then we can do that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Bring us
Yeah,
to your
right.
town. We can go on
Yeah,
tour.
so if you like merch, you like swag, check out our merch store.
We've
Links
got-
in the description. There's also one of those merch stores down below.
Yeah. Well, we've got our battery powered tattoo machines now, so
Yeah, we can try.
just let us know what Walmart parking lot you're parked in, and we'll pull up right beside
We'll
you.
let you know which RV we are.
Yes, yeah, because
We'll tattoo our way to Orlando.
that's really what every wall. That's why they're so big, is so they have the parking for all the RVs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome. They allow that free parking thing. That's like you can live in an RV that way so easy.
Yeah.
Just drive to a Walmart. Oh, sleeping at this Walmart tonight. You
Yep.
pull in, go get your whatever you need for the night. Go out in your van or wherever you're a little camper. You can go in and do your business, and
Yep.
And then all you need on top of that is a Planet Fitness.
Oh yeah, for
We'll work
showers.
out.
subscription,
shower.
so you shower.
Yeah.
I
And
know
you're-
bands that tour this way.
Yeah, it's smart. It's super smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. And they're probably killing it monetarily, those places, just for that. And yeah, their showers are getting used a little bit, but none of their equipment probably is. They're not they're not wearing the place out by any means.
Yeah, can you imagine if Planet Fitness, like eventually, I know we're way off topic, guys. I'm sorry. If Planet Fitness had got to the point where that was all that anybody used there was the showers, and they just kept expanding the showers.
Right. It
until
just
there was-
became
Planet
like
Shower.
Planet Shower. That's not
it's
a
like
terrible
Fuddruckers.
idea.
$30 a month, all the showers you want.
That's a brilliant idea.
It's
The
like a double
reality
wash.
is probably people would use that more than they use the workout.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, I mean, think about how tiny homes and van living and all that's becoming way more popular, vagabond living and all this. I mean, if you could pay a membership, $100 a month or whatever it was, where you had access to clean restrooms and showers and pretty much every major city
Yeah,
and
that's
even
brilliant.
small places,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you not do that?
Right. I would.
Somebody
And
out
there's
there
going to
is
be a
right.
Walmart in that town, so you got a
Yeah.
place to stay. You've got a place to clean up, all that. You got a place
Yeah.
to buy your food,
Absolutely.
repair your vehicle, all that stuff. You could
And part
totally
of it is,
just live
see,
that
we're
way.
right.
I feel empire.
Well,
yeah,
I
we're
mean-
writing some of these business plans right now.
Yeah, I mean, go for
on
it.
top of that,
I
you
got a
put
million of 'em.
You make sure that route them out so they're all right next to
Yeah.
Walmart parking lots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
Conveniently located.
You're welcome.
Location.
yeah. You just you put some video cameras in there, so you can make you make sure things don't get rowdy.
Yeah.
And
They do it
man,
in Sturgis.
you pay a company X amount to come by twice a day to make sure everything's stocked and cleaned up. boom, son, you're welcome.
They do it at Sturgis down at the where the post office and the YMCA is. You
Yeah.
can go down and you can buy a shower. Same thing in some of the campgrounds.
Oh, and truck stops.
They
Yeah,
have,
truck
like,
stops
yeah.
are similar,
Yeah.
but
Truck stops, the one or two.
Yeah, sometimes they don't want you using their showers.
I'm thinking like
Wasn't
laundromat.
playing.
You know, like a
Yeah,
laundromat, but
exactly.
it's showers. You know, you go in there, you got a place to chill, set, TV going. It's nice and air conditioned. You got 10 or 15 stalls, blah, blah, blah.
You can call it the
And
walk
just so
shower.
everybody understands this in the listening audience, this is why a lot of times we don't end up leaving the studio till 2 or 3 hours after we've closed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Well,
Sometimes.
we don't get to see each other
Yeah.
during the day. You know, I get to see each one of you maybe once or twice for a minute when you poke your head in, see what's up, saying hi. But other than that, I mean,
Yeah, we don't
for all-
socialize till
for
after
as
work.
many hours as we're under the same roof,
Oh, yeah.
we really don't have.
I don't see that
that's
much.
really our only time because we're coming in the morning, and you don't like anybody in the morning.
Nope.
You're getting ready to work. You got your brain all on work, and then you're working all day. So at night, yeah, it's kind of our time to
And we have some very interesting conversations.
always.
That's half the
Yep.
fun of it.
It's the only kind we do, really.
Yeah, you know,
Whether it's about Walmart showers or
drawing some art or
but yeah, we hold it down on the dumb
solving the problems of the
conversations.
world.
Yeah.
Solving one problem at a time. So back to the communication thing, because I guess that's part of my job is to draw things back to where they're supposed to be.
Heard them cats.
Okay. I basically, herding. Always doing it. That's my whole life.
Meow.
Ain't ya? Ain't ya?
That's why I worked in live music. That was the only reason. So I could herd cats. Because you would send one of them away to go look
yeah.
for the other one, and they would get lost, and then it's
Now you're looking for all of them.
Yep.
Anyway, that's why there's Pepsi clocks. Only anybody from Iowa would understand that.
Pepsi clock?
At the Iowa State Fair, you were always supposed
Oh
to
yeah,
the Pepsi clock.
meet at the clock. You
Yep.
get lost.
Get
Go to the Pepsi
lost.
store.
Go to the
Pepsi
clock.
We'll be there eventually.
Yeah.
We will walk past there.
Anyway, yeah, you will, because it's right next to all the good food.
Yep.
Yeah, the Iowa State Fair was last week.
Yeah.
And that was an
Awesome.
interesting thing. Is there was no. I remember back in the day there would be like 2 or 3 people that would camp out in front of that place and tattoo, and that's done.
Yeah, they don't do it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that really tells a lot about. Like, I think even now, probably the industry has gotten to the point where they would actually possibly even allow it back inside again. We've become that reputable, but yet nobody wants to do it.
I wouldn't want a tattoo at the fair.
Oh,
Well, like I said, a lot of us as tattoo artists now are very spoiled.
yeah.
You know, we have our comfy studios, we have our clientele. We don't have to chase the work. You know, back in the day when there was, you know, it wasn't like that. You kind of had to hustle.
They had to run around.
You had to
all
hustle
kinds of
and
things.
find the work, but
And yeah,
you know, so a lot of the younger people coming in, fuck, man, they're lazy as balls.
they have no
know?
idea. These kids and I, they have
Then
no
have to be
idea.
street performers on
But
top of it.
I always say this, you know, when people ask me, like, oh, aren't you mad because things are better? You know, it's like, no, when I was at the beginning, I was hoping that the next generation would have it easier than we did.
Yeah.
So I'm good
idea.
with it. Piercing wise, with communicating with piercers, it's always a good idea to bring in a photo if you have one especially if it's a weird grouping.
Yeah.
So that it gives us kind of something to start on. Always ask to look at the marking. I don't care where it's at. If you can take a look, do it, and have that courage to go, no.
Yeah.
Let's move it. Let's adjust it. Or ask them to, like, why do you think it looks best there?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the biggest thing, because we have an artist's eye, but sometimes my concept is not what yours is. And back to the whole thing about tattoo speak or slang, it's common to get thank you, Internet, to get the wrong name for the piercing. I had a lady just the other day that Shannon was doing what she thought was going to be a date piercing. She did the marking, pointed it out with a stick like we usually do and everything else, and getting ready to do it. And he looked at it and goes, that is nowhere near where I wanted it. What she wanted was a rook. But she saw a photo that was
Labeled wrong. Yeah.
So ask
Mm-hmm.
and look.
Yeah.
And point at things
Yeah.
and talk to us.
Be inquisitive.
Yeah.
And give us examples, because we want the best outcome you can possibly have.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we're in the job for.
We don't know a lot about a lot of stuff, but we know a lot about a very narrow thing. You know? So
And it isn't like there's like a tattoo manual that tells us exactly how to, or
No.
piercing manual.
No.
There's some, but they don't tell us how to do your tattoo.
We're just trying to make you look cooler, and
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like we're working on a truck.
No.
Where there's some kind of reference because there's all these
Yeah,
people that came
and
before
they're all
you.
the same.
Yeah, and they're all the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're custom parts.
Yeah. We're basically
Custom
body
fab.
customizers.
Yeah.
That's what we do. We just, throw down some sick paint jobs on some peeps.
And I put the finishing touches.
Yeah.
The bling and the
Yeah,
bling.
you put the shiny stuff on.
Yeah.
the ornaments.
The ornaments.
So you're the
yeah.
fins and the hood scoop guy.
Yeah. Well, on the this is a weird analogy. The trim.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Man, you were really out of luck in like the 90s when Chrome was out.
Yeah.
That's,
But that was like when piercing. And it's funny is we sold more anodized stuff, colored stuff.
yeah.
And that kind of went out of vogue back to like just the basic metals.
Yeah.
And now is it coming back or no?
Half and half.
Huh.
Some people love it, some people don't.
Mom
now
jeans
it's
came
more-
back.
What?
I said mom jeans came back. Why not?
Oh my god!
Just put those away, everyone. Nobody likes
Please,
them.
nobody wants to have.
They didn't
nobody-
look cool in the 80s, and they don't look good now.
and they aren't slimming.
No. They make you...
They just make you look like you have a really tall butt.
Yeah, they
Makes
make
it
your
weird.
butt look...
ass antlers could help.
Yeah, let's bring it back,
Let's
man.
bring back
bring
lower
back the
back
ass
tattoos.
antlers
Bring back the... Yeah.
in the navel,
The navel
And
piercing.
yes.
In the navel.
and then we'll go down to low riders again.
Please. You know what I
I
have
see bell
noticed?
bottoms are back.
They're starting to angle their bathing suits up now. You know,
the
the
French-
style went
with the
back to
high
like the
rim
cut, I
50s.
believe.
Yeah. Now they're starting to
Pull 'em back up.
Go more of the
Which
With a lot of
back
the
to
hip.
it comes back to that traditional high waist. At the
Yeah, it makes your legs look longer.
Yeah.
You know, when they first started wearing them back straight, man, it just drove me nuts. But then I got so used to it, I was like, oh, that's cool. And now when I see them putting them up, I'm like, it does make their legs look long and everything, but there's...
But at the same time, it's just like tattoos. It's just like piercings.
yeah.
Your clothing should fit into your body. And maybe that's the hard part with most people saying,
Your body should fit into your clothing, I think.
yeah, well, they should go together and
Yeah.
accent each other and make it look better.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it look like you're wearing your tattoo and not it wearing you.
Yep. Yeah, you want it tailored.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you could buy a shirt off the rack, looks okay. But if you go to a tailor and have a shirt made for you,
It looks good.
It looks good.
it looks as good as it could possibly look.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of the way I look at it. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, totally.
for case in point, the father and the two sons, I did the same half sleeve on in remembrance of their mom/wife who passed away. And like I told them, I was like, you're all cars, but you're different models. So I can't put the same stripe on all three cars and have it look right.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
not-
going to lay right and the same on these three different cars. It's going to be the same. It's still going to be that same swoop, but this one might swoop a little more here and tighten up a little more there, so it looks right.
That's a really good example. Actually.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
It's not going to look the same on a Dodge Charger as it does on a lifted Dodge Ram truck.
Totally different
Right.
animals,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea isn't to make them the same. Well, they're the same, but you don't want to be wearing your dad's suit. So
Right.
it's my dad's. You all would get the same suit, but it would be tailored to each one of you.
Yeah.
So if you put on your son's suit, it ain't going to fit, but it's the same suit.
Yeah.
So same thing, and they really understood that and was really, accommodating to that. And it made their tattoos individually look so much better, so much more natural, and but you stand them all three together, it's the same tattoo.
And I've talked to actually I was just talking to Carlos, the barber that has a shop below us.
Yeah.
About that, how like women and men bring in photos of their ear piercing they want, and how I'll look at it and go, your ear is shaped nothing like that.
Yeah.
I can't do that on you. It has to fit your body.
Mm-hmm. Just 'cause
And that's one of the things that you really have to come in with kind of an open, that you have to have that open mind to that.
yeah.
And it's the same. It's definitely the same with tattooing, because a guy
Absolutely.
that's got arms that are this big, that tattoo is going to look a lot different the unicorn than it is on,
Yeah,
a very feminine,
Yeah, very thin arm.
absolutely.
thin
Yeah.
arm.
Yep, you want it to look like you were born with it.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're just scraping off the surface that's underneath.
We're exposing it.
That's how Sherry used to
Like
put
I
it.
do my butt after midnight.
I didn't do that. It was already there.
What time is it? Oh.
Yep. Well, I think we've talked about that and
Yeah.
some other things.
We went round robin on that one.
I hope you all enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. Go ahead and like and subscribe because we like it when you like it, and we love it when you subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you're notified every single time we post something. Also, if you are listening to this as a podcast, just subscribe right where you're at because we'll keep putting it there over and over again. These usually come out about every 2 weeks, depending on our schedules, which have been very, very busy lately, which is a good thing because we get to do a lot of what we love to do.
Absolutely. Good problem to have.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
It is. It's my favorite problem. to
Me
have,
too.
Me too.
Even when I'm stressed out about it.
It's a good.
It's a good stress.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good kind of
Yeah.
stress.
Yeah.
So anyway, till next time. Till next time. Here's hoping all your tattoos and piercings heal with ease and without a single issue. And if you're in the Des Moines, Iowa area, I know all of us would love to see you for your tattooing and body piercing needs in the future. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you for watching.
See you guys. Be good.
Listening.